I went to Yelp to check for the CBCS, which is the group that the comic book. It's a grading company, you know.
CBCS we're up in Canada stands for CBC sucks. We hate our national broadcaster. I think we do. I'm not sure if we do.
We get overall, some CBC programming down here, and I always kind of like it.
No, we hate it. We hate the CBC. Okay. Actually, well, people. I mean, I think, anyways, Dave and Graham definitely work with the CBC. And so maybe we don't hate everything about Dave and Graham from Stop Podcasting.
If anybody would employ Dave and Graham from Stop Podcasting,
they got to be okay.
They're pretty good in my book.
Yeah, me too.
Overall turnaround time was okay, but I did pay for the express. However, their expertise is lacking in the authenticity department. Paid a decent amount to have the comic that we had autographed by Stan Lee to be graded and wanted it sealed after authenticated. Unfortunately, they returned it unverifiable with a low grade. The lower grade was fine, but we never would have sent this if the value was in the autograph. But to pay all this just to have them say it was unverifiable, are you kidding me? We have this autograph, but clearly they're rejecting authentic autographs because their so-called experts are inexperienced idiots.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, it's like, you'd think a forger could do, like, I don't understand how that would work. Like, I guess there's, like, forensics that they do on some, small level. But, like, yeah, I think it would be very difficult to do that, to say the authenticity of a autograph.
We talked about it a bit on the Autograph Guys episode, Chris. So we talked about how there's guys that coach famous people on how to make an autograph that somebody would have a very difficult time. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was on Quora, which could mean anything in the world. This is our last review of the episode and of CBCS.
I have an autograph anecdote.
Yeah.
So as Chris mentioned, I do write some comics. I always love doing it. I did a story in an Archie issue. One of the there's a horror Archie line called Chilling Adventures. And, I was browsing around on eBay, kind of wondering if any of them were up there. And there was a slabbed up, good condition copy of the book for $100 on eBay. It was going for $100. And then a little bit down, there was one I had signed. Like, I will go into if I'm in a store, I'll sign them. The one I signed was $104.
I used to tell people when I would go on tour, we would have these big posters that we'd sell, and people would be like, "Hey, can you sign the poster?" And I always said it's going to be worth less with my signature on it than it is without my signature, because the artwork is really fucking cool.
Right.
And I'm just drawing all over it. I even have a bad signature.
I believe that. I believe that your signature is a grotesque.
My signature is great. This is the last review for CBCS. It's from Jeff C, and he is the first to review it. I just found it funny because, again, he gave it 4 stars. First to review, he goes, CBCS is comic book grading and certification service for the avid collector who wants to protect, authenticate his or her most cherished comic books. Books graded from a 0.5 to a 10 and encased in a plastic holder. Thus, if you're holding on to a Batman 1 or a Hulk 181, CBCS offers a clear option to protect and enhance your book. Customers can avail themselves of their services at many comic book conventions. Or just send them their books into CBCS for grading. The quality of their grading service is right on par with the biggest competitor, CGC, but CBCS is slightly less expensive. The most unique thing about CBCS
why are you ending the episode? What is it?
Because it's very funny. This guy obviously was hired to write this.
Sure.
Because it's the first review.
Yeah. Got a lot of the information.
Their website was easy to use, and customer service was available from 9 to 5 Eastern time.
He ends it by saying, all things considered, CBCS is an excellent option in the comic book grading and certification arena. However, my only complaint is that their turnaround time seems to be much longer than CGC's, but hopefully they're going to work on this.
But that would be like the main thing.
The turnaround time is really bad for this stuff, Chris. Like,
I know it. Oh, I know, buddy. I know.
Yeah.
Baseball cards, it's the same thing because it's just like the couple fucking dudes in their garage that are doing it, and they're just getting thousands of them sent. It'll be months sometimes before you get them sent back to you.
People were saying that they
give Jerry a break too. Jerry has to go to his family reunion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why you got to do it the way the record industry does it with the white hot stampers. You don't send them to be graded. You buy them from them and they go looking for the white hot stampers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember the white hot stampers, Chris?
I remember the white hot stampers. They're meaningless, right?
That is the
Completely
white hot
meaningless.
stampers. That is a non-woke comic book that you can get.
White hot stampers are records that a guy listens to and says, "Oh, this is a 10. This record is now $500."
Yeah.
I think we saw like 5 figures, but